Hi everybody, it's Mars this week with this week's Ascendant Challenge. So this week we're going to have to travel over to Petra, and the Ascendant Challenge is going to be crush the first queen's crown beneath your boot heel, Toland the Shattered. So I'm showing you how to get to Petra, where she's located at this week. And as we get there,
the gateway is open. We'll strike again at the immortal heart of this.
Grab all the bounties that you want. Quite a few of them. There's the Ascendant Challenge one that you most definitely need, and you're going to need to acquire that one. You can also grab the Toland one as well, and I can show you at the end of this video where Toland is actually located. So if you decide to grab that Toland one and want to stick around at the end of the video, once we open the chest, I will definitely show you how to backtrack and get to the Toland to complete that one as well. If you decide that you want to do Toland later on, you are more than welcome to go back in. It's a pretty quick and easy way to get to it. Again, it's entirely up to you, but whether you want to do the Toland at the end and backtrack, or just drop off and grab it. So now I'm going to show you how to get to the portal. As always, I recommend that you load up at a public event. This week you're really not going to need to worry about your super. You will need to worry about making sure you get a lot of ads done. So I recommend, and you'll see it here in a little bit, that you run shotgun, primary or secondary or both. I ran it as secondary and it was fine. So you're going to be dealing with that. You're going to be dealing with 3 knights. You're going to be dealing with jumping. And the nice part about it is during this Ascendant Challenge, you'll end up getting a sword to defeat the knights. So here I'm showing you how to get around to it. I'm trying to go pretty slow here in order to give you an idea of where we're located. And I actually made a wrong turn there. Should have gone left. I turned around a little bit, so you're going to run past all these ads. Now, in my previous videos, I've recommended that you shoot all the ads, and I did that here as well. It's entirely up to you. You don't necessarily need to for this specific Ascendant Challenge, because if you do end up wiping, you'll end up having to deal with the ads anyway. So at this point in time, what you're going to want to do is drink your tincture. I also recommend that you run a fire team medallion if you want to try to get an exotic during this part. So there's my tincture. Fire team medallion, and then your platforms show up right here. So there's quite a bit of jumping, not as bad as some of the other Ascendant challenges, but there is going to be some jumping halfway through this. So also, I recommend running probably the Sleeper Simulant if you've got it for 3 wizards. Actually, sometimes I've seen 2 wizards and sometimes I've seen 3. So either that or maybe a sniper rifle. That does fine as well. So again, shotguns and sniper or fusion rifle. Now, when you get up towards this part up here, I ended up taking out the wizards from here. As you can see, they're straight across. And in this one there was 2 of them that I really had to contend with. Now, what you're going to notice is that there's a sword in the middle there, where those knights are kneeling, and it's got a barrier around it. So you're not going to be able to get through the barrier until you actually get rid of these adds. So, and the barrier will eventually come down here in a little bit. So run around, start getting rid of adds. I will recommend that you be careful of the phalanxes that are going to actually show up, because they will shoot you off these platforms. So there goes the barrier. I grab the sword, and you've got plenty of ammo with the sword. So start taking out the adds around. As you can see, the phalanxes are a little bit difficult because they do tend to want to be a little finicky and try to shoot you off the platform. And there's the first knight. Pretty straightforward taking them out. And again, try to run around and get rid of the adds as much as possible here. It just makes things a lot easier. Once you get rid of and take out the remaining knights, the adds end up going away. But the part I like about this is that if I can take out some of the adds, that makes life a little bit easier for taking out those knights. Now, if you swap weapons, what's going to end up happening is it drops the sword, and then you have to come back and grab the sword. So there's a third knight, and he's down, and all the adds go away. Now you're going to see that bright light there. Watch where it goes. So it's going to go over towards the right there. So you want to follow the direction that it goes in. Now, the other thing that's really important about this is you have to carry the sword with you. If you don't carry the sword with you, I found that the chest doesn't open when I run this before. So you can go right or left from there. I tend to like to go to the right, but again, that's entirely up to you. The other thing that you really want to be careful about is as you're jumping between these platforms, you can see that there's stuff that's those big boulders are just flying in front of you as well as left and right. So you want to make sure that you take those, be careful about your surroundings and what's flying around. The bad part also is if you fall during this jumping part, you have to start all over again. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to have to kill all the adds again. So, as well as the knights, and go through the whole rigmarole that you just went through. So now I'm going to show you, for those that are interested, is how to actually find Toland here. So I'm backtracking. And these platforms do have a time limit on it. They will disappear. Some of them will. So see how those rocks are coming downwards? You have to be careful of those. Right there. Just went by me. There's another one that went by me. That platform is disappearing. So the way we're facing right now, Toland's actually going to be on the right. So basically, as you're entering, it would be on your left, obviously, from the beginning. But there he is. There's a light to the right. So if you go down there, if you've got the bounty to find Toland, he should be right there, and you should be good to go. So hope that this helps everybody out, and I hope to see you out in the Destiny world playing Forsaken. Take care, everybody. Good luck and have fun.